No rigs, bro. I got 1,000 no rigs.
Oh
God
my.
damn, that fucking Wraith skin. Bro, that would have been a one clip. Look at her life. Shit, me too. I'm about to go to bed.
Joe, you're the go.
What's up, YouTube? It's your guy, Real Polo Joe, back at it again with another video. And Ranked has been very ugly this season. I've been getting a lot of messages asking for help, tips, solo tips, and everything about Ranked this season. And I'm here to help. The split will only get uglier because it's in World's Edge. So season 5 has definitely been a grind, and you have to stay on top of your game because the competition evolves each season. So if you're not staying on top of things, you'll probably fall behind. But a little bit about me. I've hit Master / Predator every season since the start of the game, and I have a 4KD, and I also have my settings video on my YouTube channel. You'll be able to find it fairly easy. But yeah, so everybody's been asking for rank tips, so I'm here to help. So first things first, ranked has been very, very dirty, and it's a lot of stuff going around. But first thing you could do is to join the team. I catch bodies whenever I play ranked. I do try my best, and I use these tips that I'm going to give you to the fullest, and I can also help guide you to gain more points. So hit that join button next to the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment on the video, anything you want. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. But number 2, the dirty truth. Dirty, dirty, dirty truth. There are cheaters. Seems like no matter how much they fix the game or how much they do anything, they try to fix something and something else messes up. There will always be exploiters. And to be honest, there's really nothing you can do about it except for just worry about you, make sure you're not cheating, because if there's a time where it comes back to bite you, you don't have to have any worries. You got your rank the right way, and you actually worked hard for yours, and it just feels better when you get it that way. So there are cheaters, and that's the dirty truth, but you just have to worry about you. Also, there's many people that go to the servers that are like in different countries. I don't personally think that's cheating. I tried it after I got master, and to be honest, there are a lot of Americans in there because they feel that it's easier. So now it's just washed with Americans and people trying to also get easier RP. But now that there are so many people in there that are from America, now it's like you're just playing on your regular own server, except you have a ton more lag. So there's really no point in doing that. And there are a lot better ways to hit your master rank or predator rank or the next level rather than switching servers and lagging all over the place. But on to number 3. The dirty truth is that this season is probably by far the most competitive besides the very first ranked season. The very first ranked season, I believe, was the most competitive, but season 5 is a close second because, man, it's like the competition is a lot stiffer this time. There are new legends, the legend changes, the meta changes, everything. So it's very, very competitive. So you have to make sure your comms, your communication is on point. Because if it's not, you probably won't play to your full potential, and your teammates won't play to their full potential. You have to stay calm because it's going to be a lot of stressful situations. Randoms nowadays are usually a no-go. I mean, of course, you can have some good games with randoms, and when you do, don't hesitate to invite them. Don't be too cocky. Don't be too, if you play good with a random, invite them. I cannot stress that enough because trying to get lucky with another random won't go so good. And I can explain that from experience. And I'm sure you all know too. But don't be negative. Be understanding. Know that, let's say you get a random that's master and they die immediately. That doesn't mean that they suck or anything like that. That just means maybe they had a bad game. They probably landed on something that wasn't the best. And things happen. But if you want to, give them another chance and invite. Don't be too cocky. Just be understanding. Also use many apps and websites for LFG. LFG is looking for group. because randoms are a no-go. You have to try to find people that are similar to your skill. Try them out in pubs. Also practice in pubs with them. Maybe play how you would play ranked inside of a pub match, and I guarantee you the results will amaze you. There are plenty of Apex Legends groups on Facebook, and there is an app called Dream Team, and there's a lot of other apps and ways that you can find great teammates that I've also used to find mine. So you have to with how competitive this season has been, you have to find a great team that can stay calm under pressure, great comms, and you have to have that chemistry. So look for LFG posts and things like that. Try out new teammates. Weed out the bad ones. Randoms are a no go. You get lucky sometimes, but you probably won't get lucky most times. So remember that. Number four, remember it is stressful. It is very stressful. But try not to make it stressful. Try to play normal and have fun. I tell you, once I hit master, it's like so much easier to gain RP because I'm not stressing about getting master. So it's like maybe you need to lower your standards a little bit, or maybe you just need to relax a little bit. Any of that, because it's very stressful, but the more stressed you are, and if you try to play under stress, you just play worse. And I've come to find that with everybody that I've played with and playing by myself also. No matter how good you are, if you have stress and if you're playing under stress, you tend to play a lot worse. And it's easier said than done, I know. So if you are upset, if something happens that, you didn't like, take a break. It's okay to take a 5 minute break and then hit it back hard later. Because man, I'll tell you so many times where you get mad and you want to take it out on somebody else and it just ruins the whole game experience for everybody. When you could just take a break, come back in the next time with a clear mind and then dominate. And there's like plenty of situations like with the new event, the Mirage event, and the golden rate skin with the no rigs. People abuse that skin just because they know they'll get no rigs. And I've had my fair share of situations where I've no rigged on the golden wraith, and it drove me insane. So I just took a quick breather, quick break, and came back in and dominated. So this season is definitely a lot more stressful. I can only imagine that World's Edge with the huge map will be, you know, even more of a headache. So you just gotta have fun. Once you play and have fun, I guarantee you gain RP in a snap. It's a whole lot faster, a lot smoother when you just play to have fun and don't think about anything negative. And the last tip I'm gonna give you is be conscious of how people play. The meta, the campers, the slayers, the third partiers. Have a game plan on what you're gonna be, what position you'll play, what role you'll play, because you can't get mad at somebody else for doing it because they're just sticking to their game plan. That's what they chose to do. But this is also why it's difficult to play with randoms, because if one person wants to do one thing, another person wants to do another thing, and it just doesn't mesh and you don't, create a good team. So use that LFG post, figure out the meta, the campers, the third partiers. You gotta play the game. You gotta play the game, the same game they're playing. You gotta think about they don't want to lose RP, so they choose their way to gain RP that way. You have the campers, they get the placement. You got the slayers that go out and kill people because they have their gun skill, to a good degree. And the third partiers because they like to get their RP a lot more safer, but still getting kills as well. So once you get a team, you got to come up with a great game plan and you got to stick to it. Some things happen where you might have to choose something else to do and things like that. But ultimately stick to the game plan that you come up with. Make sure your team is down with that game plan and communicate what you're going to do. So maybe you guys are campers, but you see an easy third party with four people knocked and there's a 1v1 battle. That's an easy cleanup, but communicate it to your team because you got to do that nowadays. Communication is definitely key for this season with how competitive it is. And don't make any rash decisions or, you know, idiotic decisions, because if you have like high ground, You don't want to go push and lose your high ground just for a few points. Ultimately, you want to play to win because I'd rather win with a couple kills than to lose with max points. A win is a lot more valuable than any loss, unless of course you win with no kills. But that's hard to do. So with the meta, you gotta play. You gotta have a caustic on your team. That's for sure. But the meta has definitely changed. It used to be Pathfinder and Wraith and a little bit of Gibby with a Watson also. But with the meta changes, man, of course, Caustic is in there, but it varies between Revenant, Gibraltar, Crypto, and Wraith is definitely still in the picture. And really, a lot more legends. You see a lot more legends now. Even Lifeline has come back into the picture because of her recent buff. So figure out what position you're going to play, what legend you're going to play, and like how it's going to benefit the team all together. Because ultimately, the teamwork is what gets you RP this season, and that's the dirty truth. The dirty truth is you cannot do it alone this season. The most you can probably get by yourself is Diamond playing solo, but after that, I can't see any solo players getting to Master or Predator 100% solo without ever playing with anyone. I can't see it happening, but if it has happened, I mean, congratulations to you, but it just seems so impossible with how sweaty, how competitive this season has been. So I want to stress to you enough. Don't worry about the cheaters, just worry about you. It's super competitive. Look for a team because it's going to be very, very beneficial. It's stressful, but just take a break. Make sure you're having fun. Play normal. Be wary of the meta and how people are playing. The campers, the third partiers. Play your position. Worry about how you're going to play your role and how you're going to get your team RP and how you're going to gain your RP and how you're going to get yourself to that next level. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to join the team if you want to get some live ranked gameplay with me, yours truly. And I hope you have a good one and good luck to you on this next split in World's Edge. And I can't wait to see you guys on the battlefield. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see you guys. Have a good one.